Yes, guys, hope everyone is good. Finally, we've won a game, and doesn't it feel good? That's a job done. That's what that is. That's one of them. Yeah, well done, lads. Job done. Let's go. Next game. Job done. Next one. That's one of them. Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy with that. Of course, look, and let me talk about the contrast between last week and this week and what that meant. And I was annoyed by the performance because, from an analyst perspective, you're looking at it going, where's our attacking output? How are we going to win the game? And if you're playing the game to draw, that's fine. And like I said, look, if the manager decides that, I back it 100%. I back the decision to do that. I understand it 1000%, understand why you do it. It makes sense. I still think you're relying a bit more on a few attacking players to have that attacking output, which they didn't have, which meant they didn't really feel like there was any way you could have won the game, because you can still sit deep and have an attacking output right on the counter or whatever. We didn't have that at all, and that worried me. But today, the players played for the manager and themselves, and that is key. People said after the last game, not me, because I think it's crazy, that the players were not playing for the coach, that he's lost the dressing room. But trust me, and if you believe me on one thing I ever say, believe me on this. Players absolutely despise playing the way we played against West Brom. Whether they come out in interviews and go, we're happy with the clean sheet, yeah, it was great. They hate it. Trust me. I get messages, I used to get messages from players all the time going, why do we do this? What's the point? They hate it. They don't like it. It's boring. So if they do that, and they're willing to do that, and they do that well, they've not lost the dressing room. They're doing exactly what the manager wants when they hate doing it. So yeah. And you saw today's performance. Clearly that's a myth. Never believed anything like that. It's not true at all. But yeah, today's performance, that's what I need. That's what I need. That's what I want to see. That was the identity of a Daniel Farke side. That right there. And I'll tell you why. For me, key aspects of it was the control. The control. The problem we've had previously is maintaining possession without purpose. Like I said, it's fine to have possession of the ball, but is it with purpose? Most teams are happy to let you have it. If it's just slow sideways, no one cares. You're not tiring them out. You're not a threat. But what we did today, it was purpose, because when we did have the ball, we moved it quickly, decisively and quickly. And when you're doing that, they're running more and they're getting more tired and they're losing hope because they can't get anywhere near you. That's the key difference between purpose and no purpose in possession. We had purpose today. There's no point doing possession without purpose. Pointless. Utterly pointless. And today we had purpose. Decisive purpose, and I loved it. Thought we moved the ball really well. The decision making was good. When we needed to go forward, we went forward. When we needed to slow it down, we slowed it down. And that's the thing about tempo. People, when I say tempo, people think I mean we need to go as quick as possible at all times. No. We need to dictate it. What is the tempo? Are we in control of the tempo? Do we think we are? We were in control of the tempo today. When we slowed it down, we still moved the ball quick and tired them out. So there was a purpose to slowing it down. Previously, they weren't. Right? And when we're on the ball and attacking, there's a purpose. So yeah, I was very happy with that. And another thing that is a key part of it, whenever they went long and we won the first header from Pascal Struijk, which is a big tick, we won the first ball, the key bit is the second ball out of possession. That second ball, winning that second ball. Whenever we lost the ball high up and they'd get the ball, the counter press. When we lost it, we won it back almost instantly. We stopped almost every counter attack because when we lost it, we had 4 or 5 guys quickly pressing the guy on the ball, smothering them. Very impressive. That's the aggression I need. That's the passion I need. That's kind of the energy I need on the pitch. That's it right there. Second you lose that ball, boom. The second that ball's 50-50, we win it. If you want to maintain the ball and maintain and control the game, you don't just need to keep the ball. How do you get the ball back? Right? And we got it back quickly and effectively, whether that's when we're out of possession or in a 50-50. We won the ball back quick. So I loved that side as well. And that's the identity. That's a peak Daniel Farke team. They control the game. Not on the pit, not on the ball only, but off the ball as well. To mention, a famous ex-manager of Leeds said that, but it's true. on the ball ups, all in transition. We did all three. We dominated the game because of that, right? And our attackers did their thing. Look, there's still an air of craziness about the way we attack. It's still a little undefined. It's still a little, edgy and stuff. But that's fine. Because we're creating. We need to work on the nuances of it. Make it a little more tighter. The run's a little more clear. But it's fine because you work on that. What we had today was a team doing exactly what the manager needed. Creating that identity that we should play like, because that's how good we are. I'm glad we did that. Individually. Again, no points talking about the keeper, didn't do much, probably should have caught one or two. There we go. Centre-back partnership looked happy today, they looked aggressive, they looked dominant, and they looked confident. Pascal Struijk, like I said, unreal in the air, and that set the tempo for the off-ball. He won that header, boom, every time, boom. Like Cooper used to do under Bielsa in the Championship. That ball came up, Cooper header, smash. Pascal did that today and he stepped up. Joe Rodon looked very confident on the ball for me today. Much better. The decision making was better. When he getting pressed, he looked less radical in what he does. He looked calmer. Yeah, they look better together today. Much better. Now they've got 2 clean sheets in a row. Again, back to the identity side of it. Good. That's why that decision to have a clean sheet worked. And I'm not defending that. I understand it 1,000%. Just the attacking side of it was a little off because there was none. But yeah, very happy for them too. They look more confident now. They look assured. Looking like the players we know they are, and that is key. Bogle, look, Jayden Bogle. I've been a fullback and I've been a winger, so I get both sides of this. Jayden Bogle got put on his backside early in the game. He did. The winger got that. That's 1-0. But after that, he back pocketed him. Every time Sheff Wednesday looked to attack, most of the time anyway, it was down that side. There's nothing as a fullback you can do. If they're going 1v1 with you, that's their decision. As a fullback, you can't do anything against that. But what he didn't get too tight, because he knew if he got too tight, the winger would have the beating of him. He let him off 2 or 3 yards, because he knew the winger was just going to go down the outside. By sitting 2 or 3 yards off, he knew when he went, he could track that and stop a cross. And that's what he did. He didn't beat him, and he stopped the cross. Might have won a corner, but he stopped the cross. And he did that 3 or 4 times really well. So they targeted it, and he only beat him once. I mean, he put him on his backside, which is pretty impressive, but he only beat him once. Even in the second half, where Jayden Bogle apparently fouled him, no way. He won that battle. The ref saw not, but he did. So yes. Beat him once, that's it. Just once. It's very impressive. How he reacted that was very impressive. And that's it about Jayden Bogle. And I've told everyone this. He will do that. He will get beat like that. But 3 or 4 times after it, he might win it. So he won that battle for me. Definitely. But yeah, decent. The midfield today, much better from the captain. Much better. Much, much better. Set the tempo good today. Set the tempo good. He needed to go forward. He did. 1-touch football. 1-touch pass. 1-touch pass. Kept it going. I love it. Because I don't like Ampadu when he slows it down. Better when he's playing quickly. He's better when he's doing it in the right areas and not trying to do it too high or not too deep, but he's just in that middle there. He's just dictating which way the ball goes. He's much better. When Ampadu takes 2 or 3, 4 touches, that's when he becomes less effective. He's much better when he gets the ball 1-touch pass. Off the ball, he was excellent today. He always is. He always has been. For all his criticisms this season, even Ampadu off the ball has always been top for me. Top. And he was today. And Gruev again in that role. I thought he was all over in a good way. He's everywhere. Anywhere he needed to be, Gruev was there. We controlled the midfield, and that's a key part of any game, any system, whatever you say. Controlling midfield is key in every way, shape, or form, isn't it? Let's be real. They controlled it. They dominated it physically, both on the ball and off it. Very impressed with them too. Very good. And then the wingers. Dan James is the most criticised player in this team, and I don't know why, because he's not technical. You have to play to his strengths, and that's on the team, and that's on the manager to get the team playing to his strengths. So you play to Dan James' strengths, he is absolutely deadly, and nobody can tell me otherwise. He's so disrespected. The amount of goals and assists he got last season, in fairly limited minutes in the second half of the season, by the way. And he still kept coming with them, by the way. So disrespected because he doesn't look like a tidy footballer. It's crazy, man. I think it's crazy. I think Dan James, if you get a team that works for Dan James, he's unbelievable. And that's on the team. Don't want Dan James as a key cog in your build-up. I saw stats online about he's the least creative player in the side. Don't care because he's not creative. He's a last man winger. He's on the last man. That's where he's deadly. And there's another example of it today. Look at what he did. Look at that run. That's what he does. That's Dan James. Play to his strengths. Stop talking about Dan James when team's not playing to his strength. You've got to play to him like any other player. Yeah. Great finish. Great play from Dan James. Going on to as well, dominated the game. He grew into it. You know, and let me just tell you one thing before I qualify this next statement. He moans a lot. And he gets too much. And he stays on the ground too long. When the team's playing and he's still on the ground moaning. I did that a lot. Trust me. I'm not saying it's a him thing. I did it a lot. Hey, don't do it. Ref don't care. Just get booked if anything. And he's in your mind then, so when you get fouled, he might not give it. But yeah, he needs to cut that out. I should have done, and I didn't. It's what it is. It's my personality. It's his personality. Fine. Wingers, it's annoying when you get booted every 3 seconds and the ref gives no foul. I get it. It's the most frustrating thing. You get annoyed by it. But it is what it is. Yeah, he grew into the game and just dominated, didn't he? Cut inside, the fluidity between the front three was excellent. You know what I mean? Really dominate the defenders. 1v1 play was excellent. Winning fouls, driving with the ball, creating attacks. Very impressed. He's a good player. He's a really good player. There is an air to him of immaturity there still. Which, like I said, I had at that age. I was worse. But yeah, I get it. But focus Willing on to that he's on form and sharp. Is absolutely deadly in this league. The final one, Matteo Joseph. Now, before I give him the biggest plaudits of anyone in this video, I'm going to say this. I've got to be fair. First 15 minutes, I think the defenders beat him. I think they won the battle. I think they had his number. But the second, he understood who he was against. He understood what they'd do, where they'd move, what they were like. He destroyed them. They did bully him for 10 minutes. But after that, game over. He absolutely destroyed them. That pass, by the way, that pass. Wow. And this is what I love about Matteo. I've said this years ago. Well, like year and a half ago when he joined Leeds United. He's a learner. He loves to learn. Just watch him. Loves to learn. Always learning. Look at that pass. When Matteo Joseph came to Leeds United, he would not have done that. Not even thought of doing that. He'd have been nowhere near a position to do that. He never would have pulled that off. Look at that. He's learning so much, and I love that from him. He's a proper willing learner, and that is so important. We still need competition because he needs that for his development to make him better. Times in seasons where he's not quite in games, he needs competition for me. Once he got to grips with the defenders, he dominated them. He was the best player on the pitch. The best player on the pitch after that. I genuinely believe that. I thought he was really, really good. His movement is excellent. His aggression is excellent. You know, dropping deep, linking the play up, his first touch, just the defender behind him, just once he understood the defender and who he was and what he was going to do, couldn't get near him. And he bullied them. That was really impressive. So yeah, Matteo Joseph, congratulations. He is my favourite player in that game. I thought he was excellent. Yeah. Look, there was an area of the game where still could have been more clinical. We were a little rushed in the final third. There weren't quite decisive movements in the box for the crosses. Do you know what I mean? People making the same runs at times. There's still stuff to learn. There's still a lot of stuff to learn. You know, we'll play different types of sides that might offer more of a threat, more better individuals. But it's a job well done. And I was happy with it. On to the next one now. We need to bring key players in still, because there'll be games where these players are not playing so well. There'll be issues there and all that stuff. That will happen. It's a long season. There'll be games where Guerrero won't work. There'll be games where Nonce might not playing well. Dan James might not play well. Matteo might not play well. That will happen. There will be games like that. But that's where the recruitment part is key, and we need to bring in the key cogs to help out when that's happening. That's the next. Let's do that. End the window well. Onto Hull. Let's go. Let me know what you guys think. Very happy. Next one. Let's go. See you guys in a bit. Bye bye.